welcome. I am Tori and this is a 40-minute chair yoga practice. All you will need today is a chair, and if you're practicing on a hardwood surface or a slippery surface, I would recommend putting down a mat underneath you so the chair doesn't move. And if you have the option of an armless chair, I would pick one of those just so you can have more range of motion. But if you don't have an armless chair, any chair is fine. Okay, so we'll get started sitting at the edge of the seat, away from the backrest, which is what we tend to do when we're sitting in chairs, is kind of lean back into that back support, but try to avoid that for now and use your internal support, your core strength, and the alignment of your bones to keep yourself upright. So first, check in with your feet. Make sure they're about hip width apart and your knees are the same distance and tracking over the center of your feet. And then your rib cage and your shoulders just stack right on top of your hips. Your ears slide back to stack right on top of your shoulders. And close your eyes, hopefully feeling a bit more weightless. When we stack the bones of our body, we feel lighter. And take a few moments here to check in with your energy today. How are you feeling? Tired, alert, excited, indifferent, lazy, raring to go? Are you hot? Are you cold? Are you warm? Do you feel tingly or itchy or still, fidgety? Notice your mind state. Are there a lot of thoughts passing by, or are there just a few? Energy is often called prana in yoga. That means our life force, our creative spark. Sometimes you'll hear it called chi, or our vibration. And one way that we can transform our energy is through our breath. Even monitor our energy through the quality of your breath. How are you breathing right now? If you can, breathe in and out through your nose. Helps us tune in to our breath more easily. Feel the parts of your body that move as you breathe, your belly, your ribs, your back, your chest. Expanding as you inhale and getting closer together, condensing as you exhale. We'll do a little bit of pranayama, or energy expansion, energy control, to begin our practice today. So let's work with a ratio, inhaling for 3 and exhaling for 3. If this isn't comfortable, you just go at your own pace. So let's begin exhaling completely, and then inhaling for a count of 1, 2, 3, exhaling for 3, 2, and 1. And doing that again, inhaling 1, 2, 3, and exhaling 3, 2, and 1. One more breath like that on your own. And just feel the effects of the pranayama on your body, on your mind. Feel the quality of energy already. Join your hands together in front of your chest. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, you could do that now silently. Just maybe one word or a short phrase, how you'd like to feel. And then take a deep inhale. Exhale out your mouth. Rub your hands together. And then place your hands over your eyes. Blink your eyes open. And relax the hands back down. All right, I'm gonna get started. I'm just gonna let someone else into the class real quick. Okay. Here we go. All right, this is a live class for those of you who might be watching this later. All right, so let's get started with some movement now. So you can just rest your hands on your lap, and we'll start with the neck and head. So let's take an inhale here, just sitting tall, neutral. And exhale, tip your right ear to your right shoulder. And just feel the opening down the left side of your neck, letting your left shoulder and arm become heavy. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, tip left ear to left shoulder. Now letting this right arm hang down a little heavier. Inhale, back up. And exhale, tip the other way. And we'll just go back and forth a few times, moving with the breath. Inhale to center. Exhale to lean your head off to the side. And if it's comfortable, you can even let the opposite arm just dangle beside you, or even hold the under edge of your seat. And that can make the stretch just a little bit more intense if you prefer. Okay, now back to center. Nod your chin towards your chest with an exhale. And inhale, lift your chin, feel your throat open and look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Feel the back of the neck elongating, the head heavy. Inhale, look up, open the throat. You can even open your mouth. And once more. This can be a really subtle nod if it doesn't feel good. Keep it modest. All right, and then back to center. Loop your shoulders up, back, and around. So just a few rotations here. Breathing as needed. So we never sacrifice the breath for any of the movements or postures we take. And this is a good movement to do to remind yourself that your shoulders live on your back, not your chest, not your armpits. There's a lot of this going on these days, so draw your shoulders back. Give yourself that imprint. Scapula on the back flat, arm bones back in the sockets, collarbones wide. All right, if you'd like to exaggerate this a little bit, fingertips go to the shoulders and you can draw circles with your elbows on the walls beside you. And then try the other direction. So just looping the arms forward now, still keeping the chest open, sitting tall. One more time. And then relax your arms beside you. Rest your palms in your lap again. We'll do some cat and cows. So it's going to be extending and flexing through your spine. So inhale, draw your shoulders back, lift up through your chest, maybe look up. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine, pull your belly back, and rock towards the back of your chair. So inhale, you're moving away from the back of the chair, and exhale, pressing your back towards it. And this should be an abdominal exercise, especially as you exhale and contract. Squeeze the belly. Inhale, feel that stretch. Exhale, tone your belly from the inside out. Notice the tilting in your pelvis as well. So we're finding feeling the relationship between the spine and the hips as we do this. The shoulders and the spine, the neck and the head. One more time. And come back to center, sit up nice and tall again, stack your bones, and let's take a side bend. So you can bring your, let's start with the hands coming at the hips. This is just would be your baseline. So you can begin here, lean off to one side, either keeping your hand on your hip, bringing it to your shoulder, or you could stretch your arm up towards the ceiling or alongside your ear. Inhale, come back up, and then go the other way. So it's maybe just leaning your torso over, or you could involve the arm as much as you want. And if you have an armrest, you could always hold onto the armrest for balance, or the edge of your seat. Try to keep both of your hips, both of your feet flat on the floor for stability. And breathe here. Draw your attention to where the sensation is. The side ribs from under the armpit all the way down through the hip. Energy goes where your attention goes. One more. And then come back up. And now we'll take a twist. So you could start by just crossing your hands over your chest. We're going to try to keep leverage out of this one to begin. And just turn your upper body to one side. Inhale to center. Exhale, turn your body to one side. And right away you'll notice you probably have more range of motion in one direction. I certainly do. And that's very typical. So the more we do some of these movements and postures, we become more balanced, or we just learn to accept the imbalances and work within our means. So it doesn't matter what your pose looks like, it's how it feels. Now if you want to make this a little more intense, hands come to the shoulders and you spin from side to side with your arms wide. And then if this feels comfortable and you want to challenge yourself even more, you wing one arm out to the side, reach it back and other way, squeezing your scapula a little closer to the midline of your back, towards your spine. Get a good contraction there. This is great for the thoracic spine, which tends to be the stiffest portion of our back. One more each way. Was this one more? I lost count. Come back to center, relax your hands, and just take a break here. Again, feel the quality of energy, the quality of your breath. You can close your eyes if that helps you tune in. And then slowly open your eyes and we'll begin a march. So you can hold on to the edges of your seat if that helps you, or use the armrest for stability. And you're just going to lift one foot up at a time, marching in place. Now your foot can go as high as you like. Since we're sitting, the knee is kind of already to hip height, so you're trying to bring the knee closer towards the body. And this requires a strong amount of abdominal engagement. You might even find there's a tendency to lean back a little bit, which is okay. Just make sure you're not slouching. Sit up nice and tall. And if this is too easy for you, you can kick one leg out in front of you. Hopefully my feet aren't dirty, because now you're looking at the soles of my feet. You'll feel as you straighten the leg, squeeze the thigh, squeeze the muscles above your kneecap, your quadriceps. If you want even more of a challenge, tap opposite hand to knee or anywhere on the leg if your leg is straight. So now you're coordinating and asking for more brain energy. So if you're tired, this is a good way to wake yourself up. All right, a few more seconds. This will feel a little more aerobic, so if your heart rate is elevating, you're doing it correctly. Take a break if you need, but let's go 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Inhale. Exhale. Settle your energy. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. And let your lower body rest, and let's go to the wrists. So start to make circles with your wrists. Hands just kind of relax however you like. And go the other way. So a good reminder is that circular motions are good for inflammation, to increase circulation and lubricate our joints. So if you are short on time but need some movement, think circles. Okay, now open your fingers wide and squeeze your hands into a fist. Good, just a few times, spreading the line across the fingers and then tight grip. And can you breathe smoothly as you do this and not hold your breath, especially when you make the fist? There's a tendency to stop our breath. All right, now interlace your fingers and flip your palms away from you and see if that's comfortable. If that hurts, of course, skip this one. Your arms could be as straight as you like in front of you. I'll show you from the side. And if you would like even more involvement with the shoulders, upper back, you could lift your arms at any angle. So they might come up all the way over the head, or they might just kind of stop somewhere in front of you. And then to intensify this, imagine pulling your fingers apart without letting go. So you add some isometric engagement here. Take one more breath. And then rest your hands down and just shake them out. Wipe the slate clean. And now let's do the same kind of activity for the feet. So if you would like, you could pick one thigh up and support underneath the thigh like a sling, or you could hold the front of your shin, or you could scooch back a little bit and just lift your foot off the ground, whatever you prefer, and just make circles. And these could be small or large, depending upon your range of motion. Go the other direction. And bring your attention to your feet, to your toes. Direct the flow of energy there. All right, point and flex your foot back and forth. And then try a few times side to side, like you could wave it. And then squeeze your toes like you can make a fist and spread them out. I notice my ring toe is really disobedient. So you might find that for your own feet, that one toe or multiple just do not want to get on board. So I have to bring more attention to that toe. Okay, step the foot down, other side, circles. Just relax your shoulders, relax your face, your jaw. Go the other way. Notice the difference between both feet. Point and flex. Go side to side. These are good if you're sitting at a desk. If you get an opportunity to take your shoes off, you could do these underneath your desk. And if you're in an office, nobody would even notice, right? Squeeze your toes, fan them out. Notice if you have any rebellious toes that refuse to cooperate. This foot's a little more obedient for me. Okay, step them down And now let's scooch forward to the edge of the seat. We're gonna do some sun salutations. So feet underneath the knees. Give yourself nice sturdy support here. And we'll take an inhale, reach the arms out and up as high as you like. Spread your fingers, maybe look up. Exhale, wing your arms out to the sides, bend forward. Either rest your hands on your thighs and stop here, so you're at an angle with your upper body, or slide your hands down your legs, drop your head, tuck your chin. Inhale, come up about halfway. Exhale, slide back down. Relax your neck. Push through your feet. Engage your abdominal muscles. Lift yourself up. Arms go wide and towards the sky. Exhale, arms beside you. So that's one round. We'll do two more. Inhale. Arms open like wings. Lift up. Exhale, fold forward, spine long, pause halfway, or fold over your thighs. Inhale, lift yourself up, draw your shoulders back, chest moves through your arms. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, lift yourself up, engage the belly, stamp through your feet for support, and exhale, arms to your sides. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward. Any amount. Inhale. Lift your chest. Look forward. Exhale. And bow. Push into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Lift your ribs away from your pelvis. Relax your shoulders and exhale. Okay, again, just observe the effects of those postures. You can close your eyes for a moment. Tune in to your energy. How do you feel? Open your eyes when you're ready, and let's move on to a side angle pose. So here's where the type of chair that you're sitting in makes a difference. If you have armrests that come forward quite a bit, you may not be able to open your legs very wide, so just keep that in mind. So your angle could be narrower. If you have more room, you could get them wide apart. If you really have more space, you could scooch back in your chair and straddle your seat like this. And then my knees and my toes are pointed out in roughly the same trajectory. Okay, so we're just gonna go take a side bend to each leg. So let's start on the right. Bring your elbow to your thigh. And if this is not possible, your hand supports you at whatever height you like to lean to. Other hand comes to your hip. Fingertips to your shoulder is also an option, or you could stretch your left arm up alongside your ear. So if you have your forearm down, you can kind of prop yourself here. Try to relax your right shoulder and take a few breaths into the sides of your waist. You might feel this strongly through your left side, but can you also feel it on your right, that underside? Lean back a little bit, open your chest. There's a little bit of a twist. With your next exhale, let's come back up and go to the other side. So if your armrest is here, you could also just have your forearm or hand on your armrest. Tipping over as much as you like. Maybe your right hand rests at your hip. Could also come to your shoulder, or you find an angle with the arm. Lean back a little bit. Feel your chest turning open. That space right around your armpit chest. That's what we're trying to open and create more surface area. Direct your attention to where you feel the sensations the strongest. One more breath. And come back up. Okay, let's scoot towards the edge of the seat again. You can walk your feet back in and just give your legs a squeeze together. So feet together, thighs together, knees together. Squeeze in, contract your inner thighs. Even feel your pelvic floor engage a little bit, and then just relax that effort. We'll do that 2 more times. Squeeze in like you have a zipper from your ankles all the way up to your groin. And relax once more. Zip it up, squeeze, tighten, and relax. All right, open your legs out wide again. You can take a narrow angle and then bring your elbows to your thighs or your knees. And you're just kind of leaning forward. From the side, it would look something like this. This could be your posture. Or if you could reach the floor, you walk your hands down to the ground. Maybe drop your head. And breathe into the back of your ribs, the back of the lungs. Keep your bottom in your seat. If this feels comfortable, you could even walk your hands further forward. And this will deepen the sensation. Slowly walk your fingers back towards you. Bring them to your thighs if they're on the ground, and push yourself up to sit tall. All right, spin back around in your chair if you were facing the other way. And let's do a little abdominal exercise here now. So we're gonna go back to lifting one foot off the ground, only this time we hover, engage the belly, and lean back slightly. Now you could draw your knee quite a bit closer to you if you like. You could even hold the knee for extra support here. And then come back and try the other side. One foot lifts up, engage your belly, focus on that more than your hip flexor, your psoas. Maybe hold the thigh. And then switch again. So either one foot comes up at a time. If you want to get fancy, you lean back, maybe both feet. Whew, I cannot do that very far. So from the side, I'm using my hands to support me. I have to lean back and lift my feet up. Chest stays open. I'm not collapsing in my lower back. This is much easier for me to do one leg at a time. And if you have a shake or a tremble, you are doing it right. Don't be alarmed. Okay. This is a version of Navasana, or boat pose. All right, come to relax. Take a break. Reconnect with your breath. Draw your attention to your energy, your prana. You might feel warmer. You might feel like you're buzzing a little bit, especially after that last pose. Use your breath to direct your energy. Slow your breath down. When you're ready, open your eyes. Do another pose here. This one is called Garudasana, or eagle pose. So to begin, knees come together like we just did. You could stay here and hug your legs towards each other, or you could cross right leg over left, just like you would sit properly at a dinner table, okay? Next step would either be holding your elbows in front of you or trying to give yourself a hug with your right elbow under your left, if you can. So you could stay here, so you're kind of wrapping into yourself with your legs and your arms, or if your shoulders have some more flexibility, your elbows stay stacked, your forearms become more vertical, and maybe your palms start to touch or face each other. So from the side, it would look something like this. It could also look something like this, or this, or this, or whatever variation. Take one more breath. And other side. So unwind, unbind. Maybe cross your other knee, on top. So left knee on top. Sit here, squeezing your legs together, and then you could hold your elbows. You could wrap your arms with your left elbow underneath. Or you could try to bind your arms. Forearms lift towards vertical. Sometimes just the backs of the hands touch. Sometimes you can bind through the lower arms, getting your palms to touch. Relax your shoulders down. Free up your neck. Remember, one of the first principles of yoga is ahimsa, which means non-harm. So be kind to your body, to yourself. Take one more breath. And unwrap, shake it out, hands, feet, whatever you like. Okay, let's go into a twist. I just want to give myself a time check. Okay, so let's turn to one side of the chair if you have no armrests. If you do have armrests, you're going to be turning your upper body towards one arm of the chair. So I'll do it without armrests. I go to the side, and now the back of my chair is what I'm going to hold on to. So your armrest could be on your right side. Now you're just going to turn to your right with the back of the chair to hold on to. I have my right hand and my left hand gripping the sides, and then I'm gently pushing with my right hand and pulling with my left to give myself a little more leverage into a twist. Take a deep breath, sit up tall. You could also be holding on to the armrest to do this. And exhale, other side. So I'm going to spin around to my left. If you have an armrest, hold your armrest with your hands. Otherwise, you can grip the back of your chair, push with your left hand, pull with your right. You're not cranking yourself around. This is not aggressive. It's just a gentle suggestion to deepen the twist. Let's do that a couple more times each side. So going back to the right, you can add that push-pull with your hands. Even check out your knees. One likes to sneak forward of the other. See if you can draw it back. Other side. Breathing in to lift your chest. Breathing out to deepen the twist from within, right around the navel. And come back to center. Okay. Just started raining heavily here, so I don't know if you could hear that on the video. All right, relax your hands in your lap. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. And we'll do one final pose here. So this will be a hip stretch. You can cross your right ankle on top of your left knee, keeping your foot flexed. And if your knee is hovering above the level of your opposite knee, you might need to support it. If this hurts, I would skip this pose. It's much easier to do on the back of the body more safely. So just make sure this causes no pain in your joints. You could sit up tall right here, or if you'd like, if your hip allows, you could lean forward, maybe rest your elbows on your shin and your foot, or even reach your hands towards the floor, drape your body over your leg. Remember, non-harm. Doesn't matter what the pose looks like, it matters how you breathe, it matters how you feel, the quality of your energy. When you're ready, you can step that foot down and change sides. So see if you can cross the ankle on top of your knee. Another version would be crossing your knees. It's not the same stretch, but it would give you something to do with your thighs. So you could sit up tall here. Support if your knee is hovering. If your shin is more parallel to the floor, you could start to lean forward. And you could also draw your hands towards the floor or your bottom leg. Just keep your bottom in your seat. Don't want to fall off your chair. And slowly help yourself back up. Step your foot down. You can sit back in your chair now more comfortably. And we'll take Savasana, or corpse pose. Now if you have space and you want to get on your back, you could do that, and maybe even bring your shins or calves to rest on the seat of the chair. But if you want to stay seated, let yourself recline, but stay upright. So you might put a pillow or something behind you for support. Let your body relax, especially your shoulders, your eyes, your jaw. Feel the effects of all of the poses within. Slow your breath down, and if it's helpful, you could use that ratio from the earlier pranayama. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, and exhaling for 3, 2, and 1. I'll end our class here just to keep it 40 minutes. But if you have the time to rest for longer, for a full 5 minutes or even 10, that would be ideal. And when you're ready to come out, just make some gentle movements. And slowly return to your day. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, wherever, whenever you are. Namaste.